In the heart of a small village called Umudik, the oracle, known as the Igui Oranai, was revered by all. Carved from ancient ebony wood and adorned with sacred inscriptions, it was believed to be the bridge between the villagers and their ancestors. It has been the protector of Umudik for centuries, ensuring prosperity and warding off evil. However, three boys, Chidi, Emeka, and Obi, driven by a mixture of greed and youthful recklessness, decided to steal the oracle. They had heard rumors of a foreigner, a wealthy collector of rare artifacts, who was willing to pay a fortune for such a unique piece. One day, under the cover of darkness, the boys sneaked into the shrine, took the oracle, and delivered it to the foreigner. A few days later, the village elder discovered the theft. Fear and panic gripped Umudik as the villagers believed they were now cursed. The oracle's absence unleashed a malevolent force that sought to avenge the desecration. Chidi, the eldest of the trio, was the first to experience the oracle's wrath. Shortly after the sale, he started having vivid nightmares. Each night, he dreamt of the oracle, its eyes glowing with an ominous light, whispering in an ancient tongue. At first, he dismissed the dreams, but they grew more intense and horrifying. One evening, while working in the fields, he heard the whispering voice from his dreams. It called his name, leading him into the dense forest. Drawn by an invisible force, he wandered deeper and deeper until he reached an ancient tree. As he touched its bark, he felt a searing pain shoot through his body. He screamed, but his voice was swallowed by the forest. The next morning, the villagers found him lying lifeless beneath the tree, his eyes wide open in eternal terror. Emeka, the most superstitious of the boys, was plagued by guilt after Chidi's death. He became paranoid, believing that the oracle's spirit was watching him. He tried to seek forgiveness by performing rituals and making offerings, but the oracle's spirit was unrelenting. One night, as he sat in his hut, Emeka saw shadows moving along the walls, although there was no source of light. The shadows took the form of the oracle, its eyes blazing. He tried to escape, but the shadows enveloped him. He felt an icy grip around his throat, choking the life out of him. Emeka's lifeless body was discovered the next morning, his face contorted in a grotesque expression of fear. Obi, the youngest and most daring, scoffed at the superstitions. After Chidi and Emeka's deaths, he decided to leave the village, believing distance would save him. He traveled to the bustling city of Lagos, thinking he had outsmarted the oracle. However, his nights were filled with eerie whispers and the relentless feeling of being watched. One evening, while walking along a crowded street, Obi noticed a figure in the crowd. A man with eyes glowing like the oracle's. He tried to run, but the figure seemed to appear at every turn. Panicked, Obi fled to his apartment, barricading the door. The whispers grew louder, filling his mind with unbearable noise. In his final moments, Obi saw the figure standing in the center of his room. The oracle's voice thundered, condemning him for his sacrilege. His body convulsed as he felt an invisible force crush his chest. The next morning, his neighbors found him dead, his face a mask of utter dread. With the deaths of the three boys, the village of Umudik was plunged into mourning. The villagers performed cleansing rituals, seeking to appease the spirits. The foreigner, struck by a series of misfortunes, eventually returned the oracle to the village, believing it to be cursed. The Igui Oranai was reinstated in its shrine, and peace gradually returned to Umudik. The story of Chidi, Emeka, and Obi became a cautionary tale, reminding the villagers of the sacredness of their traditions and the dire consequences of betraying their heritage.